Alright guys, so in this video I want to talk to you about how product research is changing and how some of the metrics that we've heavily relied on in the past are actually becoming less and less important as we come into the future of doing more product research and looking at more products. How we can actually move the metrics we're looking at to get a more accurate view of the product and if we can actually compete in the market that we're looking at. So we're going to jump onto my computer here and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. But before we go ahead and do that, if you could give the channel a subscribe, hit the bell notification and give it a huge thumbs up, that would really mean a lot to me. So with all that done, let's jump into the video. Alright guys, so you may be wondering what the hell I'm talking about when I say that product research is changing. Well, if you look at this product on the screen now, the garlic press, a very common product I'm sure you've all heard before and you've all seen examples of. If we just ignore some of the metrics for the minute, such as the total revenue, all the sales, all of this stuff is kind of irrelevant, because what I want to talk about in this video is the reviews and how much importance we put on the reviews when they might not actually count as much as we think. So looking at this product here, the garlic press, you can see that has an average of 205 reviews. And this might seem around the kind of upper limit of what you want to go for, based by what most people say. But if we actually just kind of discard this number altogether and look at it just as a normal person doing product research, rather than relying on the software and the numbers, what can we actually see? So if we look at the top 4 results here, obviously the ones above here are all sponsored, but if we look at these top 4 results, we've got these 4 listings. They all look okay. I'm sure they're not very good inside, especially this guy with a very short title. But looking at the reviews, we can see this guy in the middle here, he only has 8 reviews, and yet he's ranked in the 2nd spot for this product. So how heavily are we actually going to rely on the review count to judge this product? So go down again, you can see this guy here has 16 reviews, and you look at the company that he's keeping, he's next to a guy with 440 reviews. The guy that was just above him with 8 reviews, he's next to a guy with 190 and 751, 788 reviews. So these people are ranked very highly, even though they might not have the highest number of reviews. So even here of 27 and 42, these aren't huge numbers when you compare them to 924 and these kind of ridiculous numbers, especially this guy over here of 20 reviews. He's even got a very poor rating, and yet he's still ranked rather highly. That's probably likely because of his prices being really low, but how heavily do we actually want to count these reviews when we can see again and again by looking at almost any product how much they really don't matter? So if we look at another product that I'm sure basically every single person has covered and every single person has heard of, if we look at yoga mats here real quick, another like extremely popular product, I'm sure you've seen it everywhere. If we go to the top couple listings here, we've got a guy with 87 reviews next to people with thousands of reviews. We've got a guy here with 7. Go down again, we've got a guy here with 16, a guy with 14, a guy with 5 reviews. So these people have hardly any reviews, and yet they're ranking among people who have hundreds, if not thousands of reviews right next to them, side by side. So does this not some way show that maybe the reviews that we count so much as a metric, as such an important metric when we're choosing a product, may not be as powerful and as weighty as some people think in terms of ranking your product? Because like I've shown again and again, and I'm sure if you search any product on Amazon, you're going to find people with really low reviews ranked really highly. That just because you have a low number of reviews, it doesn't mean you can't rank. So if a product you're looking at does have a high amount of reviews, should that really put you off? Or should you be using other metrics to determine competition? Because that's basically what reviews are doing. That's basically what we use reviews for, is to judge and gauge a competition of a product. But instead of using reviews, which again, I've shown that maybe might not be the best way to judge competition, why don't you judge it on your actual competitors? Look at it as like a customer's perspective. How good are your competition? So it's probably more so true if we go back to garlic press again. We're really going to see how we can outshine our competition, even if we don't have the best reviews, if we don't have the hundreds and hundreds they have from selling from a long period of time. If we actually look at our competitors and look at their main pictures and look at their offers, how can we actually outdo that? How can we do better than that to rank among these people by getting higher click-through rates, higher conversion rates, by just giving a better customer experience, which may be more beneficial ranking factors to the reviews, which clearly may not be helping so much. So if we go to this guy here, the OXO guy that I said before might not have the best listing. He's in the number 1 spot. So he's got full pictures. His bullet points are not amazing as we covered in past videos. Back to his images, they're still not amazing. They're still just very plain, very white backgrounds Obviously, this is a known brand being OXO, so I'm sure that helps a lot, but I'm sure if you looked at many of these products, that their listings probably aren't going to be the best they could be. So looking at this guy here, just by looking at his main image, I'm going to take a wild guess and say that his listing isn't amazing. And again, just looking at it quickly, it doesn't look like it's the best. So what I mean here when I'm saying that product research is changing and reviews, maybe we shouldn't count them so much, I'm not saying to completely discard reviews and just go for a product that has an average of 1,000 reviews, because I'm sure you're going to get absolutely tanked when you try and launch that product. But if a product does have an average of 200, 250 reviews, maybe even more or less, or just around that kind of range, don't be terrified if one person or a couple of people have a very high number of reviews, because I really don't think it counts as much as people think. And I think there's many other ways that we can determine our competition other than just how many reviews they have, how long they've been selling, by looking at their listing, by looking at their price, looking at their offer. Can we offer something different without pricing ourselves out of the market, which we talked about in past videos, and I'll link that on the card above if you're interested in pricing yourself out of the market, which can definitely happen. So I hope you learned something in this video, guys, and I hope it helps you with your product research and maybe broadening your horizons for what kind of products you can launch and engaging competition in a different way. So if you have enjoyed it and you have any comments on the video, please leave them down below. Give the video a huge thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification as well. I'll see you in the next video.